Okay, y'all, we are back at it. The Gilded Age, Season 3, Episode 5. So, this is a really, really good episode. It's probably one of my favorite episodes of this season thus far. So, Gladys is married to the Duke, as you know. She was really upset about marrying him. It looked like she was like crying in the last episode, in Episode 4. But now she's in England. And she arrives to their estate. It's a very beautiful estate. But his Hector's sister, so Hector's the Duke, and Sarah is his sister. She goes by Lady Sarah. Lady Sarah is a total biatch, like capital biatch. She does not like Gladys at all, and she treats Gladys like a second-class citizen, seriously, when she really needs to be respecting Gladys because her money's fortune is paying for their home. But anyways, so in the episode, they're having a dinner to invite everyone over, and Gladys is wearing 3 diamond stars in her hair, and Lady Sarah makes a scene in front of all of the guests that are dining with them, and basically tells her she doesn't need to wear 3 stars in her hair, she needs to wear a tiara. And then she has the audacity to walk off and grab her brother's arm and walk into the dining area, just leaving Gladys there. And then this guy, who was one of the dinner guests, he offers his arm to escort her in the dining area. And Lady Sarah is upset because Gladys took her seating area that she would normally sit at. And the Duke is like, well, she is my wife. So I really wish that the Duke would get a backbone, because I think if he did that, then him and Gladys could maybe, have a friendship or a decent relationship. But the way that it's going, Lady Sarah runs that house and she runs the Duke. On top of that, she fired Gladys's lady's maid, and Gladys went to her and was like, why would you fire her? It's my opinion as well. And the Duke was standing there and he didn't say anything. So she wrote a letter to her family, basically saying she doesn't like being there. So now we go to Bertha and George Russell. They're Gladys's parents. And Mr. Russell is very upset with Bertha. And you know what? It serves her right, because she really was not looking out for the best interests of her daughter. She was looking out for herself and the fact that her daughter could marry a duke, which would be like a status symbol, right? So he's very, very upset, and they are not getting along right now. I almost feel like it could potentially be a divorce, but I doubt that they'll get a divorce, but it's along those lines. And Bertha said that she can go to England and make it right. And he was like, I don't know how you can make it right. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. And then on top of that, Mr. Russell fired his right-hand man, which was Richard, because he didn't close 2 deals. So one deal was in Arizona and one deal was in Chicago. So he asked Bertha to have one of the guys who goes to the music academy to dine, so that he could try to talk to him and buy his land, but the guy would not sell the land. So after Mr. Russell fired Richard, he hired his son Larry to take Richard's spot, and then he is having Larry go to Arizona. So we'll see how all of that plays out. But Larry and Miriam Brooke got engaged. So Larry proposed to Miriam. She said yes. They both told their families. Mr. Russell was very happy. He does like Miriam Brooke. But Bertha does not, of course, because of, status. But Mr. Russell was very stern about this and said, you're not going to ruin another one of our kids' lives. So, just let it be what it is. So a few of you had kind of put in the comments that you really didn't trust Larry. I'm starting to get that feeling as well. I don't know. I'm on and off. Like, I want to believe he's a good guy, but I'm just not 100% sure. So Larry also takes Jack Trotter to, I think it's called the Hay House, which is like kind of like a brothel and a gambling place, to sell his patent. And while he's there, he sees Ma Beaton. Well, Ma Beaton was the woman who basically took all of the Van Ryan's money. So her and Oscar, I guess, kind of like, which Oscar is, he's gay, so he really didn't like her, but he thought that she was a good woman and maybe had some money. He had money and it would be a good match for them. Well, she ends up stealing his money and leaves the family broke. So Larry tells Oscar that he saw Ma Beaton working there as a prostitute. So we'll see what comes of that. I don't know if Oscar's going to be able to get his money back, but I mean, Mr. Fortune, which is his aunt, or Mrs. Fortune, his aunt, saved the family because her departed husband, left money. So they still are okay as far as money goes. And then what else happens? Let's see. Oh, my favorite part. So Peggy and Dr. Williams Kirkland, their relationship is going well. They do appear to be courting. In the beginning of the show, they were at a baseball game. Well, Mr. Fortune, who is the editor of the New York Globe, who is also married, who was the guy that she kissed, he was there, and he still likes Peggy. So he offers Peggy a job where she would be going to Philadelphia to speak with a prominent woman who is also a poet and like working for women's rights. And so she accepts the job, and she went to school in Philadelphia. So she's like, sure, I can go to Philadelphia. So at the end of the episode, Mr. Kirkland is bringing Peggy to the train station, and Peggy drops her shawl, and she's like, oh my gosh, I dropped my shawl. And he's like, well, let me go get it for you. As he's going to get it, then Mr. Fortune walks up, and she's like, what are you doing here? He was like, I'm going to Philadelphia with you. And she was like, no, you're not going to Philadelphia with me. And then Dr. Kirkland walks up, and he was like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm going to Philadelphia. And Peggy is a very straightforward and says, no, you are not going with me. If you're going to go, then I don't need to go, basically. And Mr. Kirkland and Mr. Fortune almost get in a fight because Mr. Fortune pushes Mr. Kirkland, and then Peggy gets in between them and basically just says, I'm not going to go if you're going to go. So Mr. Fortune does not go to Philadelphia, but it got pretty heated at the end. So that wraps up the episode. Please, please, please let me know your thoughts. I love when you all make comments, and I love this show so much. So I can't wait to hear your comments. Thank you. Bye.